So thank you again very much for joining. My name is Mahima and I work with UserTank. What UserTank is, it's a market research company. Anybody has any vague idea about market research?
If I may, I think market research is about collecting information and how companies can use that information to better, target their products towards the target market. If
Yeah,
I'm
it's largely that market research is all about talking to people and understanding people, because any brand, any company, if they, let's say, want to come up with a new product, service, tech, ad, whatever, it's not just for new product. Even if, let's say, they have an existing product but they want to understand people, because eventually it's people like you and I who end up using these products and services, right? Hence, through research, people, brands, and companies just try to understand consumers, how they think in their life, how they do things in their life, what are their motivations, if they have to, let's say, purchase, buy anything, what are the factors that people consider, understanding from them, and then brands take things ahead and launch in real market. So today's conversation is very simple. I'll reveal the topic very soon, but before that, can we have a round of introduction so that we just know each other a little better?
uh, I'll start. So my name is Naman Sharma. I'm currently a second year student in DU, and I'm pursuing maths.
Okay, which college?
I'm in Shahid Bhagat Singh.
Okay, okay. And Naman, do you live in Delhi, or you have come here for studies?
Okay. I have come here for studies. My parents are in the army, so I've shifted around a lot. But for the past 2 years, I've been staying at.
Interesting. Okay.
So I'm Dipanshu and I'm pursuing BCom honors at Hindu College, University of Delhi. And yeah, I'm from Chandigarh. And coming on to my interests, it's like I am a musician, and yeah, people call me nerd also. Like I study a lot.
People call you nerd because
Yeah,
you study a lot.
yeah, like articles and all. So
Ah,
I'm just involved in that.
how do you take this as people calling you nerd?
I take it myself, I take it as a positive attribute because I believe reading articles and understanding them, taking insights from them is not an easy task.
Hmm.
So I take it as a positive attribute.
Okay. That's interesting again.
Yeah, I think that's all.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Farhan. I am pursuing BSc Life Sciences from Sri Venkateshwar College, and I am in my third year. I am based in Ghaziabad, which comes in technically NCR, but I've been living in Delhi from the last 2 years because it's too much travel from Ghaziabad to Delhi to my college. So yeah, my hobby would involve primarily filmmaking. That's it. I make films.
Okay, interesting. And which college are you from?
Sri Venkateshwar College.
Venki. Okay.
Yes,
So
thank you.
you are now living in Delhi.
Yep.
Your base is Ghaziabad.
Yes.
So you're living alone, or how are you managing in Delhi?
Uh, I have flatmates. I don't live alone. We have rented out a flat. I live there with three of my flatmates. They're from different states,
Mm-hmm.
and I live around 6-7 kilometers from my college, so it's pretty manageable. It's not that big of a deal.
And Dipanshu, how is your living situation?
Like I have a PG mate, like I live in a PG,
PG.
and so I have a PG mate, right? So he's in Kirodimal College, and we are really good friends. So yeah, it's manageable.
Okay. And Naman, you are staying with parents here, or you are also living?
No, I am also living apart from my family. But one thing is that I live alone in a flat, so no PG mates, nothing at this side.
Okay. But that's interesting. We are all putting up by ourselves. That's great. So let's start this conversation with a quick game. Okay. Now, this game is very simple. It's called Rapid Fire. I'm going to say a word. Whatever comes to your mind when you hear that word, it could be one thing, two things, 10 things. Honestly, it doesn't matter. The catch is you don't have to think much. ठीक है? Okay. So the word is winter.
Cold coffee.
Clothes, woolen clothes.
Hot chocolate,
Hmm.
cozy, yeah.
Blankets.
Uh,
Marshmallow.
Laziness, I guess.
Hmm. Now you guys are
Soup.
thinking I'll
Sunday
stop
morning.
the game.
Okay, okay,
I'll
okay.
stop the game. Everybody is thinking. But we all have the hang of the game now, right? So I'll now say the real word. Okay.
Okay.
So the word is chilling.
Gaming zones,
recreational
Having a
activities,
coffee,
bowling,
gaming, going on a bike
sports.
ride,
hanging out with friends, hanging out at cafes.
Now
trekking.
everybody's thinking, time
Uh,
out.
okay.
Let's talk about this, guys. This is the topic today. I really want to understand how you guys are chilling in life.
Mm, right.
Hmm.
Like I chill with my friends. Like after college, we go to a cafe named Zorko, and we used to chill there. Like we spend ample amount of time there, like around 1 to 2 hours after college, around 7 to 8 p.m. So yeah,
Hmm.
that's how I chill every day, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, Naman, you go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Uh, I guess what we do is that because I have a flat, a lot of my friends just come over to my flat and we just sit around. Everybody's doing their own thing, but I guess we are just comfortable having each other's company, and that's how we chill most of the days. And rest of the time, I guess a lot of my friends have their own bikes. So
Mm-hmm.
on Sundays, we go on long rides to Gurgaon and all, and that's one way that we pass our times here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's I guess one of the best ways that we can chill around in.
Mm-hmm. Bike rides. Okay.
Right. And that's mostly it, I guess. And sometimes we'll also go to a cafe or something, like explore different places in Delhi.
Mm-hmm.
Like trying out new places, going to all of these popular spots, to try out different foods and all. That's also one thing that we like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Farhan, what about you?
For me, and I think I speak for people from colleges around my college, Venki, Motilal, ARSD. It's a
Mm-hmm.
very philosophical dilemma, chilling after college, because the only place we have is Satyaniketan, and it's only honestly one of the worst places I've ever seen in terms of infrastructure wise. The cafes and hangout spots are okay-ish, not very good, but they're okay-ish. And Satya is easily accessible. That's the biggest point of Satyaniketan. But apart from that, it's one of the worst place. Like it's interesting. It was a very interesting case for me because all of my friends, most of them are not from Delhi. But I'm from Delhi. I've seen Delhi, and I was aware. I understood कि नहीं भाई यहाँ नहीं घूमना इतना. कहीं
Mm-hmm.
और that's a very go and hang out. The closest place that I think we can hang out is Rajouri because Rajouri has some
Ah.
nice places. But Satya is not great.
Metro बन गया
Metro का
वो सत्या वाला जो entire area was dug up.
हाँ हाँ मेट्रो तो है वहाँ पे जब मैं जब
That's
से आ रहा हूँ मैं जब से रह रहा हूँ
okay.
तब से
It's
तो
been a
है वहाँ
while.
पे
I have not been in that area. The
ओके
last I
ओके
remember, it was all dug up, and every time I used to be there, there was only traffic and nothing else.
ट्रैफिक तो खैर अभी भी है बट हाँ मेट्रो इज देयर तो इट्स दैट्स अ गुड थिंग आई गेस
I think it's really important, we get burned out from college and the assignments, the tests, I would say, the teachers and all, I would say, the batchmates also sometimes they just like they're just like some like so I think it's really important for us to chill. Like taking out 20 to 30 minutes every day would be really nice. And everybody I think should do it. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I think it's a bit of a complex situation because whenever I try to chill around with my friends, it usually does not take 20 to 30 minutes. It stretches out to a longer period of time. So I guess in that sense, during exam time, we usually stop doing these things because everybody needs to focus on their studies and all. But if whenever we do have time, we make sure to hang out a bit so that everybody just de-scales from whatever stress that they had built up over the past week or so. So it's really important for our mental health, especially as college students who are going through college from outside their home cities and all. It's really stressful being so. It's a really good thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in my case I believe it's very important I have a very science based course
Mm-hmm.
life sciences so there is a lot of rigor involved in our course very a lot of rigor so I believe ki after we are done with classes assignments and everything we tend to find something that we can do that relaxes us and I believe it's very important think there was a semester that I was communicating back and from home so I found out that was really really tiring not because of the travel but because I was not able to hang out with my friends So that caused a sort of a burnout situation for me. So I believe it might not seem like it, but it's really important.
ओके करते क्या हो सब लोग दोस्तों के साथ चिल कर रहे हो इज व्हाट आई एम हियरिंग फ्रॉम यू ऑल अब ये चिलिंग होता क्या है आपके लिए हाउ डू यू गाइस चिल आई रियली वांट टू नो द इनसाइड स्टोरी यू नो
Like in my case, we talk about some events which are really happening in Delhi, like the bomb blast, I would say. And like I can be informal, right?
हाँ हाँ श्योर
Yeah,
ऑफ कोर्स फील
like
फ्री
talking about relationships, like what college relationships are going on, just peeping into some like just peeping into the relationships, I would say, and like just talking and talking, and drinking some hot chocolate. I would say the coffee, hot chocolate, and eating some burger, and just talking. I would say just peeping into someone's lives, talking about events, and yeah, that's how I
a
chill.
lot of gossip is
Yeah,
happening in
gossip,
the
right, right,
conscious circle
right.
yeah
Yeah.
okay understood others how are you guys chilling with your friends
Honestly, it's kind of weird because most of my friends, we don't stay together a lot during the day, but at night when everyone is in their houses and flats, we usually hop on a game. We play a few rounds of some game, and between those, we talk about different things that have happened all throughout the day. And I guess that 1.5, 2 hours that we spend at night just talking to each other, playing games, that's the main way that most of us in my friend group we chill out.
okay online
Yeah.
gaming okay
Online
tell
gaming,
me
yeah.
about it naman what are these online games that you guys play often
There are a lot of games that we play currently. I guess the most popular one that my friend group has been playing is a game called Brawlhalla,
mm-hmm.
mostly because it's a free game and it's really accessible to get into, and the matches are not long enough. So a match can finish in like 5 to 10 minutes. So you don't have that commitment that some other games might have, and it's not competitive enough that you need to be serious about it. So that's one of the biggest games that we play because it's just easy to take your mind off things while playing that game.
Hmm. Interesting. And just a follow up to that, Naman, अभी कोई ऐसे games रहे हैं क्या that you used to play but drop कर दिए?
Yes, of course, there have been quite a few games, for example, Valorant and CS, mostly because once our friend group got into that game, we became too competitive in that.
Hmm.
We started to was like we will become the best players around our friend group, and that was not a point that we were chilling out. It was just like we were actively putting effort into playing that game, and I guess that was causing us more stress than it should be de-stressing us.
That's
Yeah,
interesting. हाँ.
so I guess that's it. Mostly we do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
To break down what we do, it's basically divided into three parts. First, it's food.
Ah.
Primarily, the most primary thing we order foods from outlets around us. दूसरा होगा games, like Naman said. We also play a lot of games. We won't be able to play such intense game because हमारा पूरा जो system वगैरह रहता है वो अपने घर पे रहता है. तो हम mobile phones. तो the one we primarily play to get into specific is COD, Call of Duty. That's what we spend most of our time on. Everybody, most people from our group do play that. And last चीज रहेगी just talking about stuff. We mainly discuss movies and all. So we try to have a movie session, screening session every now and then. कोई भी या तो contemporary movie या तो कोई classic movie हम लोग लगा के देखते हैं.
तो ये मूवी स्क्रीनिंग्स आप किसी के घर पे होती है या
हम
you guys
प्राइमरली ये मेरे फ्लैट पे होती है क्योंकि बाकी लोगों का फ्लैट इतना वो अकस्टम नहीं कर पाएगा इतने सारे लोगों को तो
Okay, okay. Now, since all three of you are students, I am assuming that in the entire month or so, I am assuming कि कुछ ऐसे दिन भी आते होंगे broke days.
Hmm.
हाँ हाँ broke days versus rich days. How does your chilling differ? जब पैसे नहीं होते तो chilling में क्या
Hmm.
या फिर उससे फर्क पड़ता
I guess somewhat it does affect it because, as I said, like a lot of my friends are bikers and we go into Sunday rides, right?
है?
So during the starting of a month when we've just received our pocket money, we'll plan a long trip. We'll go 100, 120 kilometers one day, spend all like a 500, 600 rupees on fuel, eat
हाँ
out at a good restaurant. And as soon as the month end comes, we're usually just scrambling to each other's houses and having a chai or a coffee at the 30. That's it. So it
yeah
it does it does make a difference, I would say. The especially in a thing on a thing called biking, where fuel is getting quite expensive, it really does hurt the pocket when it's at the end of the month.
So long rides आप end of month में अगर किसी ने plan
Yeah,
बना लिया, so that will
most
never
likely
happen.
not. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. For others, does it differ?
Yes, like in my case, not really, but like if I am broke, there is always a person who is not broke. Somebody's rich days are going on, somebody's broke days are going on. Like in my case. So,
Hmm.
for example, if I am broke, my friend will be there and like he'll be forced to pay for me. So, yeah. And like when we are really broke, when no one is having any cash, any sort of money. So, what we do is we like just walk around Kamla Nagar, we just walk around Vijay Nagar. And
Hmm.
yeah, then we just go to our PGs and yeah, that is all. That is how
Window
we go.
strolling
Yeah.
in the broke days. Interesting, okay?
आई ऑल्सो सपोर्ट दिस नोशन कि तुम्हारे ऑप्शंस कम हो जाते हैं। जैसे आप ऑप्शंस कम हो जाते हैं तुम्हारे पास, तो इट फील्स लाइक कि यार ठीक है, अब इतना कुछ करने को नहीं है, तो वी गेट बैक टू द बेसिक्स लाइक स्ट्रोलिंग एंड एवरीथिंग। इधर से उधर घूम रहे हैं, वी एक्सप्लोर द एरिया अराउंड अस। कि वेयर आई लिव इन देयर इज दिल्ली कैंट नियर बाय, तो देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स टू एक्सप्लोर। और ऐसे एक्सपेंस पड़ा हुआ है, खाली खाली जगह पड़ी हुई हैं,
Hmm.
तो वी टेंड टू फोकस ऑन लाइक थोड़ा ओल्ड स्कूल एक्टिविटीज़ की, इधर से उधर चल रहे हैं। और एक और चीज़ होती है इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ की, वी ईट आउट यूजुअली। पैसे रहते हैं तो, इफ अगर नहीं रहते तो वी cook for ourselves.
Hmm. And somebody in this discussion mentioned a very interesting thing कि हम कुछ ऐसे cafes explore करते हैं, we explore places where to go. मेरे को ये समझना है यार, तुम लोगों का exploration मतलब तुम्हें पता कैसे चलता है क्या explore करना?
Usually we'll just go to a place and we'll look around, see if there's a good cafe nearby, see if it looks good or not. In my group, we don't check out the rating ki online check kar lenge if it's a good cafe or not. We just go inside, try out all of the different food, ask the waiter bhaiya and something ki aapka khana kaun sa khana acha hai and what's the specialty here. So we'll just do that, and that is how we explore, and that is how I guess you'll find most of the hidden gems, I would say.
So आप online discovery करके फिर you are not going to that.
No, 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 no. We just will decide on a place where to go. So, for example, let's just say that we'll go to Horse Cars,
Hmm.
and there we'll just collectively just look at different restaurants, cafes, and some cafe that we have not tried and it looks good at that time. We'll just go inside and ask the people sitting there or the waiters by what's the good food around there. So that's how it.
Hmm. Interesting. Others, this is what I'm trying to understand that, does social media and all of this, do they play any role in your exploration journey?
For
Yeah,
go
fine.
ahead, Dipanshu, go ahead.
Okay. Like for me, like social media, yeah, does play a role in that. Also, like some of my seniors also suggest some places that you can go there also. This is really nice. This is really nice. And social media, yeah, it usually plays a, I would say, not a minor role, but a major role also. Like if
Hmm.
I see a reel that a new restaurant is open in Kamla Nagar, so I
Hmm.
would be really, really excited to go to there along with my friends and let's try this out. Also, what plays a role is like it's usually me when I see a restaurant. First of all,
Hmm.
I judge it's like is it innovative? Like around 5 to 10 days back, I saw a restaurant which had different types of vada pav, and in Kamla Nagar there's no such restaurant. So I was
Hmm.
really fascinated by it. And if and imagine there are two restaurants with
Hmm.
like with two different vada pavs and two different vada pavs. Imagine two restaurants. It's a perfect competition we can say. So I judge it like I usually judge it by who has the more number of customers. So if that has the more number of customers, that means it's really great. And if it is not, then that is this is my opinion, I would say. Yeah.
So you combine both of it,
Yeah.
digital plus, offline.
Yeah.
That's how you sort of explore for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
In my case, I can drop brand names, right?
हाँ, sure.
हाँ, ठीक है। तो इन माय केस द मोस्ट वैल्यूएबल थिंग इज़ वर्ड ऑफ माउथ, कि अब में से अगर 5-6 जन हैं, किसी एक का चलता है, तो
Hmm.
इफ ही कैन एंडोर्स इट, लाइक देयर इज़ कर्नाटका फूड सेंटर नियर आवर कॉलेज, तो
Hmm.
वन ऑफ अस वेंट देयर पहले और उसको अच्छा लगा, तो वी ऑल वेंट देयर कि बिकॉज़ दैट्स द मोस्ट ट्रस्टेबल थिंग। लाइक हम अज्यूम कर लेते हैं हाँ ठीक है। सेकंड थिंग व्हाट वी डू इज़ देयर इज़ दिस डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऐप एंड देयर इज स्विगी डाइन आउट हैज़ बीन अ गेम चेंजर। वी फिल्टर एवरीथिंग कि हाँ सबसे पास में कौन सा है, एंड दे द बिगेस्ट थिंग इज दैट दे गिव यू लाइक सम सॉर्ट ऑफ डिस्काउंट 40-50% या 30, 10% तो मिनिमम होता है।
Hmm.
ठीक है, क्योंकि अगर तुम 5-6 जनों से ज़्यादा का ग्रुप लेके जाओ तो कई बार ऐसा होता है कि टेबल नहीं रहती, तो फिर
Hmm.
वहाँ से जाके दूसरी जगह जाना पड़ता है, तो वो हैसल खत्म हो गया।
Hmm.
दूसरा, यू आर गेटिंग सम सॉर्ट ऑफ डिस्काउंट, तो वो साइकोलॉजिकली इट मेक्स यू फील यार कि वेरी नाइस, एक डिस्काउंट मिल रहा है। और तीसरा, यू कैन सॉर्ट रेटिंग्स वगैरह, यू कैन चेक आउट की रेटिंग्स क्या है, मेन्यू वगैरह क्या है, तो ऑल ऑफ दिस फ्रॉम वन प्लेस, सो दैट इज़ अ वेरी यूजफुल थिंग। तो ये 2 चीज़ हैं। और अतरी, इफ़ यू आर गोइंग फॉर समबडीज़ बर्थडे, ठीक है,
Hmm.
तो किसी के बर्थडे वगैरह पे जा रहे हैं, तो देन वी सॉर्ट ऑफ एक्सपेरिमेंट। देयर इज़ दिस कैफ़े, पता नहीं शायद 2D कैफ़े नाम है उसका, मजनू के टीला, नियर मजनू का टीला। तो वी वेंट देयर फॉर समबडीज़ बर्थडे, जस्ट बिकॉज़ जस्ट किसी ने एक रील देखी, शायद जिसका बर्थडे था उसी ने देखी थी, एंड शी रियली लाइक्ड इट, सो वी वेंट देयर। द फूड वाज़ नॉट वेरी गुड, बट ठीक है, वो एम्बियंस वगैरह, एस्थेटिक वगैरह, इट वाज़ नाइस। तो ये 3 चीज़ें हम कंसिडर करके चलते हैं।
Hmm. And this is when we're specifically talking about food joints and food places.
हाँ, या
हाँ, ठीक है, I understand. Now let's talk about your phone. हम सबके पास स्मार्टफोन्स हैं, we are all using it. Yeah. If let's say you guys are on a deserted island where you can just keep 3 applications in your phone,
Okay.
क्या होंगी ये 3 applications that you will keep?
Do we need to?
Just a
Okay.
question, just a question, just a question. So we'll not be able to connect with anyone, right? Because there will be no antennas, I would say.
कुछ
Because
भी
it's
नहीं
in
है. You
desert.
just have to keep 3 apps for yourself. First, your 3 survival apps that you would like to keep.
I guess Reddit would be one of them.
Survival?
I don't know because I
Great.
hardly use my phone.
आई
Yeah,
एग्री,
no,
आई एग्री।
I hardly use my phone, so I am not sure about what to answer to this question.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would,
नहीं,
I would, yeah.
गुड, गुड, गुड।
Sorry, if I'm on a deserted island and there's no internet or any connectivity there, I would just keep 3 games on my phone just to pass the time.
No, there is internet. There is internet. You
Okay,
can.
there is internet.
Yeah. On this island, there's internet, but the only catch is you can just keep 3 applications.
Okay. So first application would be this app called Lit of War. It's a application from an NGO and it's about military literature. And because that is one of my hobbies, reading military literature, I guess that would be one of the apps. And I guess I don't really need any other app. That's the one app I spend most of my time on.
Okay, ठीक है.
Yeah.
So you can give one app to each of these boys. So these
Yeah,
boys
yeah.
now get
Please.
4 apps to keep.
For me, it would be WhatsApp, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
just to connect with people. Second, it would be Mint. Mint is a platform where you read some sort of news, latest news, articles, and all. Third would be a fitness app, just to keep myself fit and all. Like there are various fitness apps in Android also, I would say. So some free fitness apps. So yeah, that's all I can think of right now.
Okay, Farhan.
I'll start off with Reddit, yaar. I love Reddit. I honestly am the biggest endorser of Reddit. Everything, I have, this might be unrelated, but I'm just letting you know, you can find everything on Reddit. I diagnosed 2 of my friends using Reddit. I just typed in their symptoms और कुछ तो छोटी मोटी चीजें हुई थी उसको, तो somebody with the exact same condition describing it 3 years ago, everything कि हाँ सब कुछ मैच कर, तो वैसे मैंने मजे मजे में डाला था। वो ऑफ कोर्स वी वर टेकिंग डॉक्टर्स एडवाइस, we were not being foolish. Just to tell you that ki Reddit is pretty good. Second app would be YouTube. YouTube, of
Mm.
course. Passing my time, I can even listen to music on YouTube and watch videos at the same time. YouTube has a vast expanse of videos. Third would be Hinge. Maybe I'll file somewhere there.
Why not? Why not?
Shoot
तुम्हें
my
यहाँ
Let
shot.
दिल्ली में कोई नहीं मिला?
let me yeah, yeah. Let me make an addition to what I would let me make an addition. I would also like to keep Spotify. I forgot about Spotify that it existed on my phone
Yeah, for
also.
me also,
Yeah,
like, yeah, Spotify also, right.
Spotify would be
Spotify also, yeah.
Spotify also. Spotify for what reason?
just listening to music and podcasts. I would
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because I guess music plays a very big role in our lives as of yet. I guess in all of Gen Z's life, music is like plays a really big part. Almost everybody listens to it all of the time. So Spotify would be an essential app, I guess.
Interesting. Now, ये तो चलो apps हो गए. Now, I want to generally understand in your free time, you guys did talk about how you explore offline things, going out, going on bike rides, chilling with friends. But what about social media or just using your phone in your free time? Does that happen?
It certainly does happen a lot more than uh, we would like to suggest, because scrolling has become a sort of an addiction. So
Hmm.
I try to cut down as much screen time as I can on my phone. But certainly, if you are free, you have nothing to do, you automatically just reach into your pocket, pull out your phone, and start scrolling either on Instagram or YouTube or whatever it is. So I do think that it plays a really, really big role in our life, social media, and not just in connecting each other just because of that scrolling features of scrolling through reels and all. It plays a lot, because I've seen some of my friends who have it's like 15, 16 hours of screen time on just Instagram, just scrolling through reels. So I guess that is social media does play a really, really big role in some of our.
Hmm. Okay. So you both, Farhan and Dipanshu, you guys are also scrolling in your free time?
Not me. I don't use a lot of Instagram. I don't use Instagram actually at all. I have my society account, the society I'm managing. But apart from that, I don't really use a lot of Instagram.
If
I never. Sorry.
not Instagram, is there any other social media platform that you are on?
Not really, honestly. Might many people find it very hard to believe that I don't use. Me personally, I don't use a lot of. I don't use any social media. If what I don't think so. WhatsApp counts as social media.
No, that's more like necessity now.
Texting and everything.
Yeah.
No, not really. Apart from that.
And what makes you not use it? And even before I ask this, actually, no. Farhan, was there a time that you were actively using social media and you've cut down now? Or you've been like this always?
I have pretty much always been like this. I read a book or something, I don't recall, that Instagram really capitalizes on our attention span. And most of the, not just Instagram, it capitalizes on attention span of people. That's what they are like selling. And I found it very uh, I found it very interesting at how my friends, they will see one reel and it will affect their psyche so much that it will bleed in their regular life. And then the algorithm I've seen my me and my friends talk about something in the next hour or so, it will pop up in his reel, in his feed. So that's kind of scary. If I'm being completely honest, that is
Yeah.
kind of scary. Like,
Yeah.
so I have never used it.
So you're not really on social media. Dipanshu, what about you?
Like, I am on social media and I usually use it, but yeah, I scroll a lot. I scroll a lot of reels and all. But just I send the reels to my friends. Just some relatable reels and all. So that's how I use Instagram. Not for my chilling, but I just connect with them. Like, if I'm seeing a reel, I think, oh, that's relatable. Let me send it to my friend. So there is every reel I send to my friend, and yeah, not for personally my chilling that I'm scrolling reels and I'm getting some dopamine or so. But I'm just sending some reels to my friends, and it's like getting very relatable, and we are talking on it. Like, yeah, this reel is getting relatable, and yeah, that's how I used to be. That's how you used to be. So yeah, and coming on, like, exam season is going on, right? So my Instagram is deleted and all, and I usually switch off my phone.
Hmm.
So yeah, I usually switch off my phone, and my WhatsApp is logged into my laptop, and I usually communicate it from there. So that's how I chill. Talking about screen time, it's like about 2 to 3 hours per day, not more than that.
How do you feel about your screen time, Dipanshu?
It's really bad.
2, 3 hours is also bad?
2 3 hours on Instagram is bad. Like, 2 to 3 hours is on Instagram, so it's really bad, I
Oh.
would say. I think it should be around 30 to 40 minutes. I am trying to restrict it. There was one time when it was around 7 to, so I've restricted down to like 2 to 3 hours. So I'm also restricting it down. Sometimes I delete the Instagram app. I download it after 15 to 20 days. Just to get a refresh. But again, after 20 or 25 days, it again gets a repetitive habit or an addiction, I would say, which keeps me scrolling through Instagram and sending my reels to friends particularly. So yeah.
Okay, Naman, are you also trying to cut down your social media usage?
Yeah, because I don't have the Instagram app on my phone. I don't use it on my phone. at all. I have logged into it on laptop, and because most of my friends, they are on Instagram, they keep sending me stuff. I keep and the connectivity is just much more in Instagram. You talk to a lot more people than on Instagram than on WhatsApp. That's why I like to keep my account. But otherwise, I don't keep it on my phone because the same thing again. Once you start scrolling, the attention span, it just sucks you in. So it's really hard to get out of that. Let's focus on my studies now, and I'll stop scrolling. So that's
Mm.
why I like to just keep it on my laptop, and I don't put it on my phone. So yeah. So according to that, the screen time just
Interesting. What I'm hearing is that all three of you, in a way, have cut down your social media timing or are wanting to cut it down further because you don't want to be a distraction. But people and friends around you are heavily on social media. Don't you guys feel like missing out on things?
at certain points I do, yes, because a lot of the time it's like a lot of plans are being made on social media. Somebody just post a story. It's like oh, let's go here whenever if anybody's free, just come up to this place.
Mm.
And at that point, I may not be particularly looking at his story or something because we rarely check Instagram, and I'll find out like 4 5 hours later that such a plan happened, and five of my friends just got together, and I didn't even know it happened. Certainly, yes, there is that aspect that you're missing out, and also you're just not receiving that much information if you're not using social media, receiving information about your friends.
Hmm.
A very close friend, that school friend you might not be in touch with, they have post a story about what they're doing, and a really close friend about what happening in their life, but they won't particularly message you on WhatsApp, and they'll just post a story, but you won't get to know what's happening in their life. I guess that's one of the biggest drawback of having to cut down on social media use.
What about you two?
Like for me, it's like I'm agreeing to Aman's point. Like someone posting a story, and we can get information like what's happening around the world or what's happening in his life or her life, I would say.
Hmm.
Again, I would say not a FOMO type of thing, but if there is anything, some sort of event or anything is happening, I usually advise my friends just to call me, not to text me or anything like that, just to call me. If there's anything, if you want to chill out, if you want to just talk, so they just just call me and they'll be like, "Hey Dipanshu, how are you? How are you doing?" So yeah, basically I have my call history more than like my call history is really bigger than my chat history. So I usually call people. I don't text or anything like that. I text on reels only. Like, see,
Mm.
this reel
Yeah.
is relatable. And if there's anything big conversation is going on, I'll be like, let's get on a call and we can just hang out for a while. So yeah.
And Farhan, you've been like this from a very, very long time. And people around you have been on social media from a very, very long time.
In my particular case, I'll talk about college first. I'll not go to my school days. I just realized I don't feel this कि यार मेरे से कोई plan miss out हो गए. Why? Because the people that will be making plan live with me. So I live with my most of my friend group. I live with them. तो वो चाह के भी मेरे को ऐसे exclude तो ऐसे कर नहीं पाएंगे.
Ni pai.
Obviously, they will have to include me in all of that. And most of the people that are my friends live very nearby me. तो वो कहीं भी जाते हैं तो एक बार वो पूछ जरूर लेते हैं कि
Hmm.
हाँ ठीक है चल रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा है तो मेरे को एज सच मेरे को ऐसा कोई फोमो का कि
Hmm.
यार मैं कुछ मिस आउट वगैरह कर रहा हूँ कहीं भी जाते हैं कॉन्सर्ट वगैरह के टाइम पे या कभी भी कुछ भी आउटिंग वगैरह छोटी मोटी चाय तो एक कॉल आ क्या
Hmm.
राजा इधर इस स्टॉल पे आ जा टी स्टॉल पे तो ऐसा सच मेरे को
हाँ.
कभी हुआ नहीं है यार कि कुछ मिस आउट कर दिया मैंने
Hmm. Okay. And if I were to, let's say, go through your feed, आपके feed पे what is the kind of content that comes very frequently?
Mm.
For me, it's about founders, entrepreneurs,
Hmm.
and you can say about God,
Hmm.
about yeah, some funny stuff, I would say, and cricket, right? These four
Okay.
things, these four things,
These four things will come up.
right?
Okay.
For me, it's mostly about bike, any sort of geopolitical stuff that is happening,
Okay.
anything related to army or something like that, and a lot of philosophical stuff will just pop up on my feed because I'm into philosophy reading and all.
Hmm.
So I guess that's basically the most of my feed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and for me since I use my society account mainly. I'd want to clarify something that I do have a personal account, but that is for the queries that I get for like somebody want to ask कि आपके सोसाइटी का फॉर्म कब खुलेगा and everything. तो उसके लिए मेरा वो personal account है. तो the most of the thing that I get on my feed is mainly movies. How a film is made. हाँ कि इस फिल्म में ये था, इस फिल्म में वो था, trivia and everything. Most of it's traveling also. Weirdly enough, it's a lot of traveling. People visiting this, people visiting that. So mainly these two things that I can recall on the top of my head.
Okay. What about content creators? How do you let me frame it. What about content creators in a way? How do you look at content creators on the gram?
I
Like,
think there are
yeah, yeah. Like, I have just one question. Content creators on what? Like in finance or, just
कोई भी.
comedy? So for me, it's like the finance guys, the finance content creators. I really like them. The
Hmm.
funny content creators, I like them, but there are some, I would say, not funny, but roasting, they're roasting themselves. You know, I don't know how, I don't know why they're roasting themselves. They're just like swearing them some bad words and saying some bad words, I would say. So that's how I don't like them actually. I just like some finance content creators. I would like some funny content creators. Like you can say there is Yuvraj Dua, there is a lot more. I'm just forgetting the names. And some entrepreneur who are the content creators, some entrepreneur content creators who have recently established their business. And I really, I love to hear their story. Like how did they go from this to that? So yeah. I have a great view on them, but not a great view on how funny. Like they use some cuss words, they use some swearing words, like just to roast some other people, just to roast themselves. I just really don't like them. For funny, for recreation, it's fine, but not at a much higher level. Yeah.
Influencers जो है Instagram पे genuinely आपको influence कर.
yes, but it depends on what type of influences.
Yeah.
तो बताओ मुझे नमन कौन से influencers हैं जिन्होंने आज.
Travel influencers. Just I think after a few of my friends saw some guys reels about going on a trek or something. We just planned a trek in like a week or so, and we went to Uttarakhand in like the most cheapest way possible, living exactly like he told. He travel through buses, stay in hostels and stuff. So I think a lot of people do influence you on Instagram, especially, but it depends on what type of content creators they are. I
Hmm.
guess usually those type of big shot influencers who are billionaires or millionaires, that sort of people, I do steer away from them. But people who are advocating this type of lifestyle in which you are just, going, traveling, or you're traveling through your motorcycles, just riding to different places. That type of content creators, I really do get influenced by them. And I do wish that I had such an opportunity in which I can take my bike to Ladakh or something like that. So that is
Hmm.
one thing that I do get heavily influenced on, I would say.
Yeah, because your interest is sort of.
Yeah, it's co-aligning with what their content. And I guess also a lot of food influences that there are, they do make me want to try a lot of new dishes, either which something that I can make at home or something that I can go and try out. So
Mhm.
food content creators are also something that I heavily influence my life.
Food, travel, anybody, any other kind of content creator or influencer that actually has an had an you guys.
For me, it's interesting actually. First of all, I'll answer this question what you just asked right now. Ki any other one type that it's called. I don't agree with this terminology, but it is used. So I will just repeat it. It's called manosphere. There is a lot of content creators in this like genre of content. Some of them are really good. Like for example, if I'm going for a workout, I'll just put on a podcast.
Hmm.
Someone like I think it's his name is Chris Williamson, one of the influencers that I listen to, and one of them is of course that I was introduced to this whole genre by someone called Joe Rogan. That's the one of the I guess biggest podcasters. So this is a kind of content, one of the kind of content that I would like to add to this list, travel and all of that. And to answer the initial question, what do I think about content creators? I believe they are doing what they are doing, making content. Like
Hmm.
I would not say ki it's a very noble job, yeah, something like that. It's a pretty good job. It's a pretty nice job. My field has like allowed me to be around a few of these content creators. I've been जब ये लोग शूट वगैरह करते हैं वीडियोस वगैरह शूट करते हैं तो I've been around on their set. तो दे आर डूइंग व्हाट दे आर डूइंग, वर्चुअल सिग्नलिंग वगैरह अपनी वीडियोस के वो कंटेंट वगैरह बनाना. इट्स नॉट लाइक कि दे आर लाइक दैट इन रियल लाइफ. वो बस वीडियो बना रहे हैं. वो बस वीडियो बना रहा है. आई एम नॉट गोना ड्रॉप नेम्स, बट वो
Yeah.
वीडियो बना.
Okay, so this is something as an insider you have figured out about them.
Like
Yeah,
one thing
I
about
and I
influencer
can
influence, I get influenced sometimes from the fitness influencers.
Mm,
Recently, I saw Arpit Sharma. Arpit
mm,
Sharma was an influencer. So I saw his video and I really got influenced by him, like how he prepare, like how his daily routine is, how he's managing to clear CFA 3, like the level CFA 3, and he's also managing to go to gym. He's also managing to fitness and for all like the food he eats. He always advises that you should eat this, you should eat this, not this and that. And I usually get inspired, like, and I'll always make plan like from next day tomorrow I'll be waking up at 4 or 5 a.m. I'll be going at the terrace and I'll be doing some 10 or 15 push-ups, but that doesn't really happen. I don't know why, but yeah.
So मुझे जो सुनाई दिया even before that. Yes, please, Naman, you were saying something.
Yeah, in addition to what Farhan said, there is a friend of mine who, started creating content and food content creation only. And I realized that the videos that she was making and what her actual life is, it's two widely different things. So
Hmm.
there's that duality that comes between content creators upon what they are showing you and how they actually live their lives. And I think one should be careful between that duality.
Mhm.
You don't want to look at someone's life on Instagram and think that that is how my daily life should be, because that's not their daily life. And also people who appear to be very, and organized in on Instagram may be a very messy person outside of Instagram. So that is one thing that I would just like to contribute to.
That's one caution
Yeah, that is one caution
we're
that one should.
always on with when we're
Yeah.
looking at influencers. Interesting. So we've had a great discussion till now, and I'll now come to the last part of it. Okay, I have some statements. Firstly, you guys, I would, not just me, I think a lot of people would call you Gen Zs. Do you
Right.
identify yourself as a Gen Z?
I mean, I think the typical term of Gen Z is someone who's, I think, born between 2005 and so on, right? So technically, we are all Gen Zs, but I don't, I don't know in which term, because a lot of parents, like especially my parents, they're like, "Ki, you're not part of a Gen Z. Gen Zs are just addicted through phone. They're, always angry and about stuff. You're reading books and something. I don't consider you a part of Gen Z." And they'll look at some of my friends who are like that, not into these philosophical topics and such, just spending most of their time on social media, and they'll be like, "Ki, हाँ वो असली Gen Zs हैं." So that is one thing. That is one thing, I guess. But I guess
असली
Gen
जेंजी
Z,
नकली जेंजी सो
नकली
असली
Gen Z.
जेंजी है जो सोशल मीडिया पे है असली जेंजी कौन है आपके हिसाब से चलो ऐसे समझते हैं आप तीनों से if we can just put points or personality traits of a asli Gen Z, what would that be?
I guess someone who is just heavily influenced by everything that they see on Instagram.
Okay.
Someone who is spending a lot of their times doing random stuff, not, I guess, focusing on their career and wasting most of their time on social media. I guess that is what I would consider as an agency. Might be a
Okay. Other
controversial
two
take.
people, Dipanshu, Farhan, what would you add to the definitions of asli Gen Z?
Like for me, basically, is Gen Zs do not really care about their relationships. Their social
Uh,
life is there, but their emotional balance and stability is not there. And they usually get angry at at very small instances. And yeah, they have social life but no emotional life. They have no real friends. The friends are just for just for the fame, just for the money, I would say. So
Hmm.
yeah, they have no real relationships.
Okay. Farhan, would you want to add some more points to asli?
Not really. These are all points for just a young immature person. अब ये
Okay.
जनरेशनल गैप तो हमेशा होता है. लाइक कहीं भी चले जाओ, दादा लोगों ने हमारे पापा लोगों को बोला होगा कि यार तुम्हारी जनरेशन बहुत बेकार है, या उनके पापा ने बोला होगा तुम्हारी जनरेशन बहुत बेकार है. तो आई फील लाइक इट्स अ जनरेशनल थिंग. कोई जेनजी, जेन अल्फा, बूमर.
में बात करें ना that this generation I have seen this and it's my personal observation too that this entire Gen Z community that everybody has labeled them as Gen Z, but I can see there's like a lot of streams, in this ocean, because a lot of people don't really call themselves Gen Zs. They don't really want other people to call or look at them as a Gen Z or treat them like a Gen Z or use lingo that Gen Zs often end up using.
To be very honest, to be very 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 honest, कि कोई नहीं बोलता आपको जेनजी, कोई भी नहीं बोलता, कोई भी
कोई
नहीं
नहीं बोल रहा
मानता,
आपके आस
ये नहीं बोलता। ये सिर्फ सोशल, आई बिलीव इन माय ओपिनियन कि ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा ऑनलाइन जो एकदम स्फीयर में लोग रहते हैं वही लोग ये वर्ड यूज़ करते हैं। मैंने तो नहीं सुना पर्सनली, हो सकता है एग्जिस्ट करता हूँ, मेरा पर्सनल बायस भी हो सकता है, इट कैन एग्जिस्ट। मैंने नहीं सुना कभी भी किसी को कि भाई हम जेनजी हैं, नेवर एवर एवर हर्ड दैट।
नमन दीपांशु, कभी सुना है अपने आसपास सर्कल्स में
Actually not, but I guess most of the time, in real life, of course not, but I guess most of the time, people using Gen Z is more of a cuss word, you know? It's like, कि, तू तो Gen Z है. It's not something to be proud of that we are a Gen Z. I think that's the gist of it.
I was watching a news like past 1 month. So there was an anchor who was using Gen Z word. Like Gen Z are like these, Gen Z are like these, Gen Z are doing these things right now. And yeah, as Farhan said, most of it like it is on Instagram also, but on media channels it's also on there. Like there was an anchor, she was presenting some case study, and she was like, Gen Zs are like these, Gen Zs are like that, Gen Zs are this, Gen Zs are that. So that's how I heard these words, mostly from Instagram and some from news channels.
So only Insta and news channels are using this. Real life Gen Zs don't even relate to what these guys are doing on news and Insta. Yeah?
Right.
Because I'll tell you now, I have some statements that I was doing my own research and I just put up a list of popular statements that people say or use for Gen Zs. And you guys tell me what you think of it, okay? The first statement that I often hear is that Gen Z is emotionally weak and gets triggered too easily.
I agree with that.
I agree.
Because I think it's due to the how much media we are consuming, that a lot of the emotional stability has just slowly decreased. And I have seen this around my friend group also, that yes, most of us are not really that emotionally stable and can go down that rabbit hole. So I think I 100% agree with that.
Yeah,
Okay?
like coming on to Naman's point, like I totally agree with Naman's point. And like Gen Zs are very fond of some short-term entertainment. They are not really patient, and they are like when they're scrolling reels, they want some short-term pleasure, and that's how they become some emotionally unstable. They have no patience, and when
Hmm.
someone's when someone just tell them like just wait for 5 seconds, just wait for 1 minute, 2 minutes, they usually get triggered. They are like, who are you to tell me that I should wait for 5 minutes or 10 minutes? I should not wait. I have some other work to do. I have seen some of those people. So Gen Zs are not really patient about that. So yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna play the devil's advocate here. uh, क्या लगता है यार कि टू इस पे ओनली ऑन द इमोशनली अनस्टेबल वाला पॉइंट, उसके अलावा इम्पेशेंस वाले पे, इमोशनली अनस्टेबल वाला पॉइंट मेरे को लगता है कि इमोशनल इंस्टेबिलिटी कम्स फ्रॉम, आपको ना, आप बैठे हुए हो, ठीक है, आपको 4-5 चीज़ें एक साथ पता चल जाएंगी
Hmm.
आपके फ़ोन से कि यार ये एक तो यहाँ पे बम फट गया, ठीक
Hmm.
है, यहाँ पे कुछ हो गया, वहाँ पे कुछ हो गया, फिर आपको पता चलेगा आपके दोस्त का ये एग्ज़ाम क्लियर हो गया।
Hmm. Hmm.
इतनी मल्टीपल चीज़ें आपको एक साथ फ़ील हो जाएँगी, ये ऑफ़ कोर्स यू आर गोना बी इमोशनली अनस्टेबल। Like
Hmm.
you are getting constant information from each and every angle fired at you, तो obviously you're gonna be unstable कि what to feel now। एक
Hmm.
जगह इतना खराब भी हो रहा है, एक जगह अच्छा भी हो रहा है, you are feeling jealous also, क्या
Hmm.
करोगे आप? तो I agree with this, but there is a,
But you also empathize
yeah, I
with the
understand।
feeling. Yeah. Okay. Understood. Next. Gen Z wants everything instantly: money, success, career.
And agreed. Same
Totally
as
agree.
Dipanshu said, that the patience level has gone down increasingly. I 100% agree with that.
Do you guys feel like that about yourselves? That you guys also want everything
Yeah,
instantly?
I do, and it's kind of frustrating because once you start actually working towards your goals, you realize how hard it is and how much time it will take. So a lot of time you have that burnout key. I'm doing all of this, but there's no outcome that to see. So I guess that part is there, but as we grow up and as we do we work on it, that feeling will slowly die down.
Hmm.
I think it's like a age thing for me.
Hmm.
Yeah, also for me, like I'm a commerce student, right? So, it's like money is always on my mind. I'm always like, how can I make like 10 rupees to 1,000 rupees, 10 rupees, this much rupees? I always think about investing, like, double karna paise and all type of such things. Like
Hmm.
I not like not in a bad way, but just analyzing some investment trends and all. So I always think about money. Like how can I earn more money right now? How can I be financially independent, financially stable, so that I should not be a burden for my parents for a long ride. For money,
Hmm.
I am really, really, really impatient. For money.
Hmm.
I also agree with this कि हाँ इम्पेशंस तो बहुत ज़्यादा है और कि अभी चाहिए मेरे को ये चीज़ चाहिए ही चाहिए लाइक लॉट ऑफ फ्रेंड्स कम माई लॉट ऑफ फ्रेंड्स ऑफ माइन कंप्लेन कि यार इसका ये हो गया मेरा नहीं हुआ कैसे यू आर जस्ट 20 कहाँ ज़िंदगी ख़त्म हो रही है अभी 20 साल के हैं अभी बहुत कुछ यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम वाई बी सो हार्ट ब्रोकन अबाउट इट कि ऐसे मुंबई में कितनी प्रॉपर्टी नहीं है ठीक है नहीं अभी बहुत टाइम है ऑल्सो वन थिंग दैट्स अ वेरी ऑड एग्जाम्पल आई फील लाइक कि जि क्विक कॉमर्स आधा क्विक कॉमर्स स्टूडेंट्स चला रहे हैं और यंग पीपल चला रहे हैं मेरे को तो पर्सनली ये लगता है कि हम लोग मैं बताता हूँ क्यों क्योंकि मुझे खुद में रियलाइज़ हुआ कि मेरे को कुछ चाहिए होता मैं दुकान पे नहीं जाता हूँ मैं पहले 100 रुपए का बकेट लिस्ट बना फिर ऑर्डर करता हूँ कि अगर मुझे 10 रुपए की भी मेरे फ्लैट के नीचे नहीं जाता हम में से कोई नहीं जाता 4 फ्लोर नीचे वो सीधा फिर 100 रुपए की बकेट लिस्ट बनेगी और सारा सामान ऊपर आएगा तो ये तो मेरे को लगता है कि हाँ इम्पेशंस तो है यार सबको अभी अभी इंस्टेंट ग्रेटिफिकेशन चाहिए ये तो आई
हाँ.
एग्री विद
Now I'll be a devil's advocate to you, Farhan.
ओके
तुम तो यार सोशल मीडिया पे भी तुम्हारे पास तो इतना इंफॉर्मेशन और ये ओवरलोड फिर मुझे समझना है आपकी लाइफ में फिर ये जल्दीपन और ये लैक ऑफ पेशेंस
आदत कह सकते हैं कि आई वाज अगेंस्ट मैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ इसी एग्जांपल कोई कॉमर्स वाले एग्जांपल से कहूँ और उसके बाद आई विल टॉक अबाउट ओवरऑल सक्सेस एंड एवरीथिंग मेरे को आदत नहीं थी पहले इन सब चीज़ों की आई वुड प्रेफर गोइंग डाउन एंड बाइंग थिंग्स बट इट्स सो एडिक्टिव एडिक्टिव सही वर्ड नहीं है शायद यूज़ करना शॉपिंग करना बट इतने सारे इंसेंटिव होते हैं ना ये आपको लगता है आपके दिमाग में आपको वो लोग कि ठीक है आपकी डिलीवरी फी का ये वाला चार्ज हटा ये ले लो आपको ये मिल जाएगा इतने % ऑफ है एक बार आप खोल लो ना कोई भी आप खोल लो स्विगी खोल लो इंस्टामार्ट खोल तो आपको लगेगा कि यार ले ही लेना चाहिए मेरे को तो
हम्म.
और उस समय ना बाद में भले अभी तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ मैं अभी
हम्म.
10 मिनट बाद आई एम वेरी
हाँ.
वेल अवेयर ऑफ दैट अभी तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ तो उस समय आपको नहीं रियलाइज होता है ये और बाकी
हम्म.
सक्सेस की बात रही तो हाँ यू यू सी अ लॉट ऑफ सक्सेस अराउंड यू एंड यू फील लाइक कि व्हाई आर यू नॉट देयर लाइक
हम्म.
व्हाई आपकी फिल्म इतनी हिट क्यों नहीं मैं अपने एग्जांपल लेके बता रहा हूँ कि मेरे को लगता है कि हाँ ठीक है भाई इसकी फिल्म तो एकदम इतनी बढ़िया बनी है मेरी क्यों नहीं बनी तो आई फील लाइक दैट्स अ वेरी नेचुरल थिंग तो मैं इतना आई डोंट बीट माई सेल्फ अपॉन इट आई जस्ट एक्सेप्ट इट पार्ट ऑफ अ ह्यूमन एक्सपीरियंस कि ठीक है भाई मेरे को फील हो रहा है तो होगा ही आई कैंट डू एनीथिंग अबाउट इट
बट देन अगेन व्हाट आई एम अंडरस्टैंडिंग फरहान दो बातें हो गई कंपटीशन होना एक अच्छी बात है
हाँ हाँ
हेल्दी कंपटीशन इज
Hmm.
very good that's how we grow in life and that's what you are doing with your friends from film fraternity but what I'm hearing from Naman and Dipanshu is कि हाँ मुझे आज के टाइम में करना है because a lot of influence is coming from people around you who are actually making money or are becoming
Right.
not successful but are doing something already in their careers per
Mhm.
se. Is that right to say? Okay, okay. Then next statement. Gen Z is entitled and doesn't want to work hard.
I think I wouldn't go that far into it because uh there there might be some people who feel that they are entitled and they don't want to work hard, but most of the people that I've met, just because they have such a high dreams, we have seen what we can achieve and we have seen what the human potential is. Most of my friends, they work really hard to get to it.
Hmm.
They want to bring out their whole potential. They want to achieve everything that they want in their life, and they know that it won't happen without the work they put into it. So most of my friends, at least, they are in that mindset that if I don't work hard, I won't get to where I want to be in life.
Hmm.
And I do feel, and I know some people who are of that mindset that, even without working hard, I should be able to get what I want. And, I'm entitled to have what I want, even if I don't work that hard. I know people of that mindset also. But most of the people that I have met are that if you work hard, you will get the rewards that will serve.
Okay.
Like, coming to me, like, Gen Zs are entitled, like, as you said, Gen Zs are entitled and say don't want to work hard. I partially agree with this statement. Like, for me, it's like, I don't want to take someone's orders and, just do some work.
Hmm.
Supervising is right, but, just ordering there, like, or someone orders me, like, bring a coffee for me, bring a tea for me, I don't just really like it. Like, I'm in my society and I just, love to work how I work, and how I just love to work. It should be according to me. And my friend is
Mhm.
also there who is at the same position, and he also thinks about the same, that we should be, just given the authority to work ourselves, and every time it works out well. No, and that's how I work hard. If someone is ordering me, like, bring a tea, do this or do that, something type of thing, I don't think I would be really working hard, because it's not my idea. I would be working hard if it's my idea, if I have the authority to do it, if I have the freedom to do it. So, yeah, that's all. Coming on to friends, my friends I have met, they don't feel such entitled that they should not work hard. Many of them come from various families from India also, like from south, from east, from northeast, from north also. So I don't think so. They are really, they really feel entitled that they do not want to work hard. Everyone, according to me, works hard. But yeah, this is a main thing, that they don't want to take orders. And same
Hmm.
applies to me sometimes. Like, when someone is ordering me constantly, I usually get agitated, and I'm usually like, where like, there should be my freedom, and I should be doing it in my way. And it every time turns out well. So I have the confidence that, yeah, I would be doing it in my way, and it will be really turning out well. Right.
So, Dipanshu, if I have to rephrase this line as per what you said, what you're saying is, as a Gen Z, give me the freedom to work in my own way. Please don't call this entitlement. I'm just asking for my own
Yeah.
space and the way to work, and I'll give you the output as you want it to be.
Yeah. Like, if
And don't you
I'm
dare give me
working,
orders.
yeah, like, if I'm working under somebody, if he wants XYZ output, so I'll be like, you might be familiar about last year's fair, right? Like, the leaders just free the subordinates just to do whatever they want to do. They provide the resources. So if someone is above me and he's ordering me, you should be like, XYZ output should be there. I'll be assuring him, like, it's XYZ output would be there, but the way I should be working should be independent of anyone's orders or anything like that. And the resources I would be using should be independent of, like, someone providing me or not. Should everything should be I would should be independent, and the friend, like, anyone who's working with me should be independent of doing it. So that's how I'll be able to give better results. Right.
Hmm. You have a different point of view to add here, Farhan?
No, I believe the whole statement.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
ये है कि ठीक है भाई, मुझे इस हिसाब से काम करना है, तो इतनी एंटाइटलमेंट बनती है कि मैं इस हिसाब से काम कर पाऊँ।
So we need to replace entitlement with freedom and independence.
Something that I would like to add into this is that my dad being in the army there's this thing called SOP, Standard Operating Procedure, which is basically what Dipanshu said that should not be put into people.
Hmm.
If you want XYZ output, you should just get that done however you want. But that's not the case in the army, and I guess that is one of the increasing reasons that army are not seeing that many people stick to it, because there's you can do 10 years of service and then retire. You have that option. So a lot of the people that I know of who are of my friends or seniors who are in the army, they always say that they are very stressed because they are expected output and they're also expected to do the whole procedure in that standard set. So I guess
Hmm.
that is one thing that does happen in the army, and I agree with Dipanshu is that we should have that. Okay, give us this output and let us work in the way that we want. I agree with him, but it's not in every industry in India or in world. That is one thing that I would like to add.
So, Naman, can I extrapolate and say that the youth today, tomorrow, might not be interested in jobs or industries where work is as per SOPs?
Yes, 100%. Because especially in the defense sector, everything is very rigorous. There's discipline and conduct to be maintained, and that is one thing as Gen Zs that most of us find very hard. So
Hmm.
I can see that in the future, a lot of us would not want to join such industries.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Next, Gen Z cares too much about aesthetics.
100%.
Yes,
Agreed.
Farhan, go ahead.
Vanity is something that young people from every generation, each and every place on the earth, people care. People are participate in vanity, every young person, because that's what the most appealing thing in a young person's mind. I need to look a certain way. So yeah, I would agree. I won't say it's the most important thing, but hard.
Hmm.
I also agree with that. Is that I would like to quote this one line I heard somewhere is that morals have an aesthetic value. Is that if you kill a cockroach, you'll be considered a hero, but if you kill a butterfly or something, you'll be considered as a monster. So that does make a lot of sense because I feel like a lot of us are into how certain things look and how we look in our others' perception. It might not be a major thing, but in the back of the mind, we might do things slightly different than we would like to, just to look a certain way in someone else's eyes.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, for me, aesthetics for Gen Z matter like the ambience of the place or anything like that. How they look, how their friends look, how they look really matters, but not at a major level. Like for me, not at a major level, but for my friends also, it's not at a major level. Like it should look aesthetic. Like I don't think so. Like not at a major level, but yeah, at some point it matters, but not at a major level. Like you should be like decision is to be made because of some aesthetics and all type of that thing, right?
No. Okay. 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 Last, Gen Z is addicted to validation.
Right. I totally agree to this that Gen Zs are addicted to validation. It's just that whatever they are doing, they just need that, yeah, they are doing it in the right direction and they'll be feeling very satisfied. They be feeling very happy, yeah, that I'm doing this, I'm doing that, without just knowing the people who are advising them or who are just getting that yeah you are doing the right thing, you are doing this, you are in the right direction. Gen Zs do not think that those are the right people, those are the trustworthy people which they should trust. They just need some validation that, yeah, I'm doing it in the right direction. Who is giving me the validation? That is not the point for Gen Z, but the validation is necessary for Gen Z. So, yeah, Gen Zs need validation and they should be really proud. They feel that they should be, uh, again, proud of themselves that, yeah, they are doing this, they are doing that. So, yeah. One flaw
Hmm.
I just got to know for Gen Z is that they do not really care who is giving them the validation. They just care about that validation only. So yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
I also agree with that, but I think this two sides to it is that a lot of people that I know are into that validation seeking pattern. They will post on Instagram or somewhere that about their achievements or anything in their life, and the clear message there is that I have done this. I need validation. That's the clear message in that. But I also know that some people who are not into that. So I guess
Hmm.
there's it's two sides of the same coin kind of situation there. But certainly for some people, validation is a really important.
Hmm. Okay.
I also believe this is the extension of the last statement. To be very honest, if you really think about it, like
Hmm.
beauty eyes in the lives of the beholder. So you will need a beholder.
Hmm.
You
All
want
right.
to look beautiful, you will need a beholder. So हाँ,
Hmm.
people who seek a lot of vanity, I would assume कि हाँ थोड़ा बहुत तो they would need external validation कि I'm looking good in that sense.
External validation आप लोगों की
Oh,
Yeah. Go
it
ahead, man.
depends on who is it coming from. If external validation is coming from someone who I look up to, my parents, or whether it be an idol that I really look up to, then yes, 100%. That would just give me more motivation to work towards. But I don't personally seek external validation from someone who is not really in my field of work or anything like that, because I know that the words mean nothing. It's just that they're saying it out of maybe consideration or something. But certainly, if someone is someone that I look up to, or someone in my field who is my idol, and they are saying something good about the work that I do, then I will feel more motivated to do it.
Hmm. Yeah, so selective
Right.
validation is
Yeah. The
something that you
selective
would go for.
validation.
And something similar Dipanshu also mentioned. He needs to know who is actually validating. Not every Tom, Dick, and Harry can
Yes.
come validate and give him a boost. Yeah.
Although I'll add something to it, ki feedback, not validation. Feedback is something that you can get from people. Even if you won't get validation from that, आप feedback तो ले ही सकते हो उनसे.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and like and Naman said that yeah, it really motivates us, and yeah, it really motivates me also if it's coming from parents. I would say from
Hmm.
real friends, not Gen Zs and all, from real friends. I would say so. It really matters, and it really benefits me. Like I'm more motivated, I'm more enthusiastic about that work, and I really feel very happy that I did this. And yeah, so
My questions are done. Is there something else you guys want to contribute to? No? Okay, then a last closing thing. Let's say if we put a reel of the podcast and if you had to write a caption in one line for this entire session that we had, what would that one line be?
for
Morals
me,
have aesthetic criteria.
Huh?
Morals have
Good.
aesthetic criteria.
Okay. Yes, morals are the aesthetic criteria. Okay.
it can be like this. It's just random. Are you really a Gen Z?
Yeah.
Don't expect an answer from me. I'm not really good at this creative stuff. Sorry.
Don't worry. Okay, we'll end it right here. I'll stop the recording. Thank you so much.